Hallå där, så är det dags för de personliga korten för veckan som kommer och de allmänna korten också. Så jag börjar med de allmänna korten. Jag ska använda den här idag. Säkert tror jag. Så här ser det ut på insidan. Sacred Geometry. Nu har jag delat upp de här. I should speak in English, because there are those who can't speak Swedish here, so for their sake I want to do it that way right now. And yeah. So I hope you understand, you who are Swedes here then. So here's that sacred geometry at the back as well. Okay, so for the weekly cards to come this week. Let's see. I don't use cards reverse, but sometimes I shuffle them this way anyways, because the only way I may use it sometimes is that I emphasize the card that comes reversed then. Otherwise I don't care much about that. So let's see. For the beginning of the week, this card. I don't used to be so fascinated by this backside as I am right now. Sorry for the shadows here. Yeah, okay. We have seen this many times now, lately actually. There is this discontent and boredom. This person, everything is out there, but this one is not allowing it, not receptive. I can recognize myself a little bit here. There are rainbows shining in and so many opportunities in various ways. But this one turns away from it all, kind of, because of disappointment in the past. So this one just see this dark, dull, boring space with not much variations of colors or so. But there is so much out there. But this one is also pretty stubborn. It's like a 4, it's a set positioning kind of, and does not want to be swayed or enthusiastic even. And yeah, this is a very stubborn one who refuses. Yeah, but it comes from having been disappointed before and not trusting that there are good things out there. It's so very lush, you see, and castle, everything. There is a lot of happiness there, and it really reaches out for this person, but he is not right now interested, apparently. Yeah. What can you say? He doesn't trust it. I think that's also part of it. He thinks it's just like a show, or that it's not. Yeah, he doesn't trust it. That's why he turns away, as I see it. So this may represent you then, or something in your life. I don't know. I will read about them as well. And then for the end of the week, let's see if it changes. Oh, there are 2 cards at least here. Oh, look. Partnerships and alliances. This one, there are 2 people anyways reaching each other. Hopefully this one. I have to take this also because it can... Oh, disruption. So, okay. This is like the Tower card in many traditional tarots. I don't know. So this may be either or, I think, or maybe it's someone that feel this when this happens. So it may be related to, I don't know, jealousy or something. It can be related to a choice here, that if you continue to ignore the goodness that, or the good things that are want to invite you, maybe you will get like, not very happy, and also very shut off inside, and also disconnected from parts of yourself even. It's like these compartmentalized things, and it's like, you really prevent the flow of life if you do that. So that can be one interpretation of it. And then if you would turn around and welcome things that are there for you, then this will happen instead. Oh, you see, and all the green again here. There are colors still here. There are hope, even if this happens still for a while or something. But it will take some time. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is the same person, it seems to me, somehow. And that it will not. Here he's sort of soft. You see his clothes are colorful still, and he have not let go of this the path towards this whatever he wishes for. Totally, he just have turned around. It's as if he's walking away, but maybe he's not. Maybe he have not totally let go. He have some finger left there. So, yeah. But if this continues, it's like he hurts himself, I think, here. It will not feel good. But yeah, so I think it could be a choice here, that you should be more open and trust more. Yeah. That people mean well, and that at least give them a chance to prove you wrong, so to speak, if you think they aren't, instead of just shutting your own dreams out, or yourself, sort of. So that's my take on these cards. But it could also, in some instances, it can mean different things to different people here. It could be that two people connect in a loving, close way of sorts. It seems like a man and a woman here, right? And or in some other alliance or partnership of sorts, and that may cause sadness or jealousy or other things in this person's mind. So this could be two situations that kind of are related, and that may also relate to this one. Maybe that's why this one is disappointed that someone have turned to someone else. Let's say I will put this one behind there, because it seems so. It's really. It's really dark here. That's where he is heading, I think, if he continue to kind of refuse to even be a little bit open. Yeah, and so I put this here instead as a hopeful. Let's see now, the weekend then. Okay, the weekend. Crown chakra. Oh, here we are open to the or suggest that we should be open to the guidance we get from spirit. Okay, so I will just read about that. We will get signs, and if this one also is hesitant about what to do here, to just maybe open up a bit, and then a little bit put some trust in the universe, and see the signs where it leads to. I've just started to read actually. What is her name even? Agneta, not Felskog. What is her name? Agneta. Oh gosh, how can I not? Is her name Sjödin? Yeah. Anyway, it's A Woman's Heart. It's maybe, I don't know if it's in English even. It's in Swedish, this book. Where she is in a breakup or he breaks up with her, like a player guy, and she wanted really everything with him, and so she goes to New York. Various things happen there. At first, when I started, I'd never read such books usually, but it was someone I knew who had this book, and I thought, okay, I can start reading it, and I like to relax to stuff like that sometimes that are beyond all the things that I otherwise do, like So, anyways, first I thought, oh, what shit is this? I didn't like it, but the more I got into it, it really has some sort of messages, these kinds of messages actually, about synchronicities happens and she ends up in New York alone and kind of sad, but just starts to finding her own signs and following them and all that. So it kind of, if one of you is can connect to these cards and feel like you need to dive deeper into it, maybe you should read that book. Actually, I've just come half of it. I don't know how it ends even. So, but it's very easily read. I read it in that half in one day. So, yeah. So, okay, I will read this for you now then. This one we have heard many times now. It comes back and back, so it's an important. Discontent and boredom. This card signifies a time when you may experience stagnation, discontent and boredom, feelings of restlessness and impatience around you. A relationship, project or situation isn't moving forward fast enough and could be draining you emotionally and energetically. Yeah, it's not, you don't feel good about that. You're longing for change, and although one door may be closing, don't focus all of your energy on it, as opportunity will soon knock. A window or another door could quickly open, and if your attention and awareness isn't focused, you could easily miss it. Watch for synchronistic events that bring books. You hear books. You should maybe check that out. But as I said, I don't know how it ends. I just think, if you have been through some tough breakup of sorts or something, maybe this book can uplift you. I don't know. What synchronistic events that bring books, speakers, workshops, and new people into your life. Any of these could possibly hold a message for you. Have faith in divine timing and know that everything changes for a reason. This card acts as a reminder that it's a perfect time to reevaluate and search within your heart and soul for fresh insights. Maybe so, but also, as I said, I think the openness is really good. Okay, I will read this not so impressive cards, but even if you happen to find yourself in this situation then where you feel crushed of sorts, that everything you thought or hoped for seems ruined, or maybe this is also in your mind, brother, but if it's factual that someone have left you or something like that, then I think there is hope here to read that book. But go into look for the signs. So sometimes it's just here we see through certain illusions, and that can be so rough, but still there is a path forward that is good. So don't close yourself off to the whole universe. If so, there is so much goodness out there. And here, okay, A sudden, usually unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. This could be then at the end of the week. Even if it appears to be a negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meanings, this card represents the falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Yeah, that also. Foundations need to be strong. Whichever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid, positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. There are times when the most difficult situations arise in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They are beneficial because they are truly your greatest teachers. Learn from past mistakes, accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. Yeah, you can use them to like, here are like stones also, here it seems just like the disruptions, but you can also, they can be like a ladder for you to actually reach where you want to go. Yeah, I do get that card for myself. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limiting beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that positive changes can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward whether you are ready or not. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time or change as an opportunity for growth. In the future, you may look back and be thankful for this opportunity. So, and yeah, I can also relate to myself pretty much in this card right now, because of what I turned away from for a bit at least, and how much things I need to change regarding more or less everyone we know about how I struggle with getting a grip on eating well, healthy, and and talked about healthy lifestyle here also, and and this person looks very, very tense, and that was one thing that I realized just the other day. Maybe this can be helpful for you too, that I never thought about that before, but I think that's key. I have done various moderations when it comes to eating and so on, and at times it have worked better or so on. And the thing that I think actually have to work, aside from certain things that I actually need to avoid or so, but because they trigger that I want to eat more and more. But aside from that part, it is very much about tension and release. And if you just go and get more and more tense, then you eventually won't take good decisions, really. So, and if that part, whatever it is for you, that release, if that is, for example, food, then let's say, that's when you relax, or that's, then you need to find other ways to do that. It seems very obvious, but sometimes you need to kind of get aware of that, to not just go all in with things and suddenly find yourself totally exhausted and then not giving yourself those times of release. Because when I look back at when it had worked better, that's what I have done. Also eating regularly and that stuff is a release in itself, so that the system is like more calm and the whole body. Yeah, whatever that is for you, but this symbolizes that for me. So, okay, and I will read this card also, and hopefully we'll do that instead. This is also about, if it's within yourself even, it's like wholeness and balance, about this male and female, the active and passive, and the receptive and active, maybe you should say, and so on. So it's about balance, harmony and balance. Let's see here. where I find that one. Not there. Maybe. I must just check if this is the same kind of card. Yeah, so I don't have the wrong booklet. Let's see, where can this be then? Here maybe, no. Here it is. So I think, as I said, this can be maybe a choice also, but you understand what it is for you, I hope. The meaning of this card denotes that you're now starting to see the fruits of your labor take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliances that may create something new. This could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. Oh, we have gotten that many times. I can relate. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained, or maybe even the other if you push too far. Yeah, and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be overall balance within the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimum results. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. Yeah, I think we've gotten this card or similar cards quite recently as well. And yeah, about balance in all ways. So, a lot of practice to do. But if there isn't, this will maybe be the result. Yeah, which is not a happy card like such, but it can be also. We can use it for our benefit, as it said. And then the weekend, a chakra card. These Psychic Tarot, actually it's called, interesting, it says Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. It used to be, the oracle is like scrying, and so every tarot deck is somewhat an oracle deck, but not every oracle deck is a tarot deck, since that have a certain structure of these suits and the major arcanas and so on. But it's added these chakra cards. So they usually are not in the tarot, the general traditional tarot. Okay, violet, the key facts. Violet, there is no sound. Om can be used here. Element thought, gland, pineal, and keywords I know. So here you will, give yourself some maybe breathing room if needed, but also listen into messages. You will know, and you will find out also if you dare to trust a little bit also. The crown chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. This is very much what we do in Munaki also. This whole bringing down the sun energy and cleansing both the outside and inside of the aura and the cells and the body, and letting it float forward into the Mother Earth, and then getting her energy back to strengthen us then through our soles of our feet. Beautiful. And which then, when it fills us up, that energy, it also, the excess flows up to Father Sun. Okay, the crown chakra is located at the top of the, I said that right. Let's see. Yeah, to balance this chakra, I found they who did this deck, I find that meditation, breathwork, yoga, spiritual healing, acupuncture, and color therapy works best. So maybe one of these things, or even several, can be something for you. When properly aligned, your crown chakra will expand to a point where it's possible to access and tap into the deepest sources of wisdom. Okay. So it's about trust, I think, very much, because this is about trust in a greater sense, about meaning of things, and also that those seemingly sudden occurrences or so random things, that they actually do have a purpose, and so to have trust in that also. Yeah. So that may be out of balance a bit too. Yeah. Okay, so this was the colors of the week. I hope you got something out of this and understand what it is for you. So yeah. And also this seems like isolated very much. This one is like holding it in and isolate themselves, while here it's more relaxed, you know. Also that brings the whole touching, brings those oxytocin release, good feelings and relaxation in itself. So because this one, and also this belly, I think about this whole wanting to lose weight and stuff. And I have so much great support. I meet, always stumble across people whom I need to meet at the moment. For example, I forgot today, but I have someone I check in with now, where we do. She have lost a lot of weight, but that's not like the main purpose. It's about health and energy and so on. What I focus on most, but then the other things balances themselves. But still, I forgot to. We should like actually weigh us today. I forgot to today, but I can do it tomorrow then. Yeah, but it's good to have support, and as it said there, alliances that can help you also stay motivated. So that was that, and now I will do the personal cards. Okay, I should use this anyway, so I don't have to actually put them away. The first one, maybe I will take a few cards here. It feels like it. Number 1. I'll take this card for you. Oh, look, you already know what this means then. You need to balance this crown chakra. You heard what types of things that could add to it. And sometimes if we are out of or feel a bit lack of trust in some area or some way, then maybe it could be good to, as they mentioned about acupuncture, for example, because to have someone just that where we can be like passive actually, and just help restore that balance from the outside. So yeah, this is what you need right now, I feel, because you have this is generally very, very open with you. So you have your own answers, it also says. I think you don't really need to listen to me, but I'm glad you do a little bit. But you do, you can tap in as easily yourself and know. So, but also I will pick this a card from this Indigo Angel for you as well, to see what that says. I try to be really fair, but sometimes I really feel that some people need certain things, and then I will pick maybe a little bit more cards at that time for them. I have to move some things aside here. It's a little bit lack of space. Okay, so now what does this then want to say to you? Number 1. I take this one at the end as well here. Send love. So this may also connect to you. Worry about someone else here. or a situation. It seems like there is something special, actually. I mean, there is a situation of sorts for you that you actually wonder about, not just general, maybe. We will see. What it says. Oh, sorry. Love is the most powerful vibrational energy in the universe. This card asks you to remember that all energy is based in love. When something seems unfair or when you feel lost in a situation, it's important not to dwell upon the negative, because that will attract more negativity to you. As an indigo, you're a very powerful manifester, and the angels need you to replace feelings of anger, sadness, or frustration with love. See the situations and people in your life surrounded by the pure, tender embrace of heaven, and you'll experience newfound happiness. Well, yeah, as I said, I think maybe it's a specific situation for you where you don't feel that connection totally right at the moment, and you should not be like blame yourself for that. That is natural in many situations. So, but to transform it, you're an alchemist. You can transform that into, it's just energy. It's easy to say and way much harder to do, but you can use that energy and transform it to a higher energy, which then will help improve situations, whatever it is. Okay, and I will also pick a card from this to you. The Tarot of the Heart, since I just divided these two decks instead of having them together. It was they didn't, like the surface of the cards, they didn't shuffle extremely well together, although you could use them together. Okay, so we will see now then what happens here. Still number 1. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just move them a bit so I can have room to do this. I take this at the end or always for you. Spread your wings, it says. This is you walking towards the light here. This seems to be a very new path still, something you hesitate about a little bit, but you don't have to. We have gotten this card one other time in when I have been doing readings here on. I mean, not you, it was for someone else, but I recall now that I've seen it before. You can have the crown chakra up here. So, it's advice for you. So let's see what happens here. So, spread your wings. Expansion, freedom, confinement, decision. Energies of expansion are around you now, and because of this, you may be feeling restless and uncertain. Your mind and soul are ready to soar. You like to fly. Even if we are not consciously, sometimes we don't feel like we participate in what situations we happen to find ourselves in. Maybe they are just those catalysts. They are just the triggering things that make us really fly, soar, and fulfill our potential. So it's possible they don't quite fulfill your needs. Even the desire to be in a relationship can be restricting, because it becomes your focus and you forget to live your life to the fullest. Sometimes when you think you have all that you could ever want, you realize that you now want something else. Perhaps the relationship has grown a little too restricting, or it's not exciting enough, or maybe it no longer meets your needs as you've evolved and changed. What will it take to allow you to feel unrestrained, and joyful. Listen to your heart. What do you really want? Remember to make any needed changes with love and compassion. Well, I think I will just, these seem somewhat vague and in the air, so I think I still will leave you with these and hope you get something out of them. As always, you can ask if there is something you want me to pull an additional card or so. Yeah, so let's see where do they belong now in 3 different decks. So yeah, so I hope you understood that. Otherwise, let me know. So now I'll just put these back a bit. And continue with those other personal cards. So for number 2, this will be the Psychic Tarot now again that I use. Here's for number 2. Prosperity begins. Something is growing. Here. Prosperity begins for you. This card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors and money-making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gains. This is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most important, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all forms flow even more freely. So it's a new beginning, apparently, with this number 1. And yeah, I don't think I need to add a lot to that. Yeah. I hope you get it, what it is for you. Yeah. So it seems really good, although the ones are still potential, so maybe you haven't seen it realized yet. But yeah, you got advices there how to make it bloom, flourish and bloom. So now for number 3. For the week to come. Take this for you. Interesting. Obstacles and challenges. There have been some challenging times here. It may seem like, here it seems like there is like a crack in the path forward on how to do. Do you have to make a jump, or should you take another path, or, you know. So, but this card generally still talks about different opinions and so on, and not maybe like divided way of where we want to go, or how, or so on. There is like a little bit of a division here, but it's not all that serious, although it looks somewhat like that in this card. It still isn't, you know. it's not dramatic in the sense that this may look like. There is no dangers there that you will fall and like anything like that. So let's see what I want to say for the week. Maybe a little bit challenges, but oh, I can't find it. Sorry, I can't read it. Yeah, here it is. This card represents the obstacles, power struggles, maybe also with someone sometimes. Like maktkamp, so and challenges that you must face in order to overcome them. This could be a difficult period to get through, but it's not impossible if you open your mind and see the bigger picture of how something went wrong. Don't get caught up in it, just pause and stand back for clarity. Observe where adjustments are required or which decision may need to be changed to enable you to move forward in a positive direction. Life really is all about learning. Don't play the victim. Take the knowledge you've gained from this experience so that you can apply it to similar situations in the future. This card often comes forth when competition is around. Whether it's around you, around you, whether it's in your personal or business life. This is an excellent time to think creatively and ask yourself, how can I make myself shine above all the rest? Oh my, yeah. It's really sometimes also out of misguided care for others, we may dull our own shine, but you should ask yourself, how can I make myself shine above all the rest? Because if others get envious or if they start to compete, maybe they also reach another level, but also it's one thing if one would try to put others down, but if you try to just lift yourself up and shine, that's a whole different thing. You can't control how others would respond to that. So never mind that. They have to deal with their stuff. But if it's about other things here also, there are maybe some changes needed here. Adjustments, rather. Yeah. And maybe you need an advice card here, but you got an advice already to just step back for a while and see what happens. So I don't know if you need one. Maybe you can let me know if you feel like you could need one. Yeah. And sometimes you don't even know that you are in a competition with others. They may compete with you without you even understanding that that's what's going on. Maybe you try to resolve something and others try to be right, They don't try to resolve the situation, they just want to win. So, yeah, it can be all kinds of things. But let me know if you have other questions around that. And then I will take a card for number 4. Okay, so here we go. Throat chakra. Oh, you need to express yourself. It can be about cleansing also, but this is the work for the week to come for you. To express yourself, that's the important part. Interesting. This work with this chakra in various ways. Maybe there are, yoga practices for each chakras, and there are many different ways you can work with just a certain chakra. So the key facts: color light blue, sound hum, element sound, gland thyroid, and keywords I speak up. So this is about speaking up about something also, expressing yourself. It can be in other ways than words, but really express yourself. And also letting go of toxins and so on can be involved in that card. This chakra is of course located at The throat area, communication, sound, creativity, and the ability of clairaudience, inner hearing, are associated with it. Many artists, speakers, writers, singers, and individuals involved in the creative arts will often have active throat chakras. To balance and stimulate this energy center, try humming, chanting, or singing out loud. It's a great tonic. Most important, if you have something to say, please speak up. When this area is fully activated, don't be surprised if you suddenly become creatively inspired. So I think that's, if I would take other cards for you here, then I think we would just the message wouldn't be as clear to you. So this is your work for the week to come, to actually focus on it. You can also use this color more. Be aware of this color to clean and to strengthen this chakra. Yeah. I think it's good for you not to scatter your energies too much, but actually keep this in mind as almost like a mantra. You can say hum, of course, as that mantra is strengthening to this area. If only that as an exercise this week, but also, express this. Express yourself. And now I got this Madonna song in my mind. Yeah. I need to link that. You know, I have all these old-time songs always in my mind. I listen to newer music, but I'm really for the oldies, especially when it comes to music, even the far back before I was even born music. But yeah. So that can also relate. It relates to both hearing, listening, and to speaking, to the ears and to speaking. And listening inwards, not the least. So, yeah. I hope you got something out of these cards, and I think I won't have time really to dive into the whole. I will do larger layouts. I feel really good now. I couldn't sleep the other day. I had such a cold, and then even today for several days I've had a little bit of feverish feelings, but now I feel awesome. But I thought, do I have to push this forward about this larger layout? And I will come back and do those more frequently here. But when it comes to this time, I've only there was only one who got this larger layout spread, and so I will next time choose or pick two for that, because I think it's good that not everyone knows, because on the private page it said who it's for, and it can be quite revealing. So, but here are a couple of cards to begin with before I get to that whole greater reading, larger reading. They are not always greater just because they are more cards, but okay, I will pick two cards for you now to begin with as a soft warm up for that. These are radio cards. I think they are for you. So, the unknown. This is a door for you, doorway. Beautiful. Let's see. The unknown. If I can find that, I have to go to the beginning and check where it could be. The unknown. And I have this layout that I have been shown. It's a one that I have only seen myself do, and it was shown to me. So hopefully you like that. I may do several, but it's not easy to find here. I will see if there is here is another. I find it really really interesting layouts in this book now. Maybe I have to do all of these instead. Okay, but where is it now? I'm sorry. Here. Yeah, okay, I find it now. But I need to check that layout. I should show it to you. Look, here is the Radius Journey Spread, 13 card spread. That's interesting. And there are also other layouts. The Evil Eye Spread. Could be needed. The Flower. Yeah. Anyways, I wonder if they're just smaller spreads. Okay, now let's see. Oh, this will soon stop. I have to go on. The Unknown. Ignota. No one person can know everything. The void can be a comfortable place and one of profound creativity. Make sure to rest during busy times. I will read that once more for you. Make sure to rest during busy times. Three times, I mean. Make sure to rest during busy times. And then we breathe. Let it sink in. We need to create space to heal or make big decisions. It's okay not to know. Fear forward and trust in your own innate wisdom. When all falls apart, space opens up. Courage and trust must fill our cup. The void is not dark, yet our shadows and fears all swirl and rise up. Then our wisdom appears. It's nice to know there are still things that are unknown, isn't it? Or don't you agree? We have always had both a fear of and a curiosity about the unknown. We fear what we don't understand, which is natural, because our earliest survival as species depended on our knowledge of our surroundings. But the survival instinct has evolved in many ways that may not always serve us today. In our search for scientific certainty, we can scrutinize ever smaller details until we lose sight of the magic that exists in the whole of which those details are only part. I almost wanted to read that again also for you, but maybe you can re-listen. I will read it again. But that survival instinct has evolved in ways that may not always serve us today. In our search for scientific certainty, we can scrutinize even smaller details until we lose sight of the magic that exists in the whole of which those details are only part. Our society prides itself of knowing and knowing now. We carry phones, tablets, and computers around with us that can spew out a multitude of answers to any questions on demand. Information is so prevalent that we may feel anxious if we are not able to explain a new idea or a more subtle feeling on the spot. But in my opinion, there is still place for the unknown, for the power of the void in our world. Aradia reminds us how awe-inspiring mystery can be, witchcraft, for example. Yet if asked about how witchcraft works, some might say that it's just a form of self-hypnosis. In their haste to label witchcraft in a way that makes it easy for them to explain, they would have forgotten to consider all that we don't know about the factors that comprise the craft, among them the potency of ritual and intention and synergy. I believe that Aradia, if asked about how witchcraft works, would simply smile and say, all in all, we don't need to know how it works, we just need to know that it does. In magic, we consider the dark moon the night before the new moon appears, when it looks as if there is no moon on the sky at all, the void, which we could also call the unknown. It is a period of great gentleness, a time when everything is possible. This makes the dark moon the perfect phase under which to plan the what's next in our lives. This is in a couple of weeks then, because it's full moon on Sunday. In 2 weeks' time there is. Then the next night, the new moon brings us the opportunity to intend new beginnings and fresh starts. So, you need to open this door to the unknown. And let the logic rest a bit, somewhat. I will pick another card for you also before, and if I now it start. I've talked for an hour now. Wow, if I get the time to. I just think it's cool. This whole sign. You can't maybe see. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I will take a Raphael healing card for you as well. Can you see it here? Maybe clear. Oh, never mind. Okay. So this is what I'm going to show. Okay. So hydration, important for you right now also. You can't see these images very clear, but dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy and appetite stay at the optimal levels throughout each day. And that's also very important if you do spiritual works of sorts, to keep your energy high. So this, as preparation for this larger spread I will do, these are the cards. The health condition you're asking about, maybe you didn't, but I picked a card of this, would benefit from an increase in water intake. There seems to be some dehydration involved, which has lowered your energy and created imbalances. It's time to increase the amount of water that you or the person whom you're inquiring drink. Even better, pray over the water prior to drinking it in order to infuse the liquid with healing energy. Avoid dehydrating substances such as salt, you need some salt, but alcohol, caffeine, and dried fruit. Replace soda with water to keep your body hydrated. Switch to higher quality drinking water. Drink water throughout the day, exercise, or use sauna to detoxify through perspiration. Yeah. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. So, okay, I will leave you with this now then, and hope you get something out of it. And I will come back to the one who got these larger layouts. But for now, digest this then, with some water to it. Okay, thanks for being there, everyone, and we will talk very soon.